I want to talk about the rule. What is the rule? All right, so basically, the rule says that if we're about to start a trial, we can exclude witnesses who will be testifying or potentially testifying in that trial from hearing the evidence. Okay? So let's say I represent somebody and they're being charged with assault, beating somebody up. Well, the cop who showed up, the second cop who showed up at the scene, they can't hear each other's testimony. The idea behind it is you want their testimony to be independent and not to be based off what somebody else said in court, right? So the witnesses aren't supposed to listen to the testimony. They're supposed to leave the courtroom. And they're also not supposed to talk about the testimony. It goes to the credibility of what's being said, right? If I'm watching what was just said, when it's my turn to get on the witness stand, I might just repeat what somebody else said. I might insert facts that I might not have information about. I only heard it because they said it, right? The idea being there's a better chance of getting the truth if you separate people to have a conversation with them. Now, I'm going to tell you what really happens. We say cops aren't supposed to get together and talk. They do. They know they're going to be testifying on the case. They talk about their testimony beforehand and even in court, because you'll see them in the witness room. They're not talking about sports. They're talking about the case. They might not have their paper out. They might not have their paper out going through it and everything. They're definitely talking about it. There's no way to prove it. Every now and then, people slip up, and then you can bring it to the judge's attention and present your evidence to how we know they're lying or talking about the case. But for the most part, it's one of those things where we know people are discussing the case, but there's nothing we can do about it. But the rule says witnesses who are going to be testifying in the trial, they need to be excluded from the trial. When I say excluded, asked to go outside of the courtroom and not talk about the case amongst each other. That's the rule.